Greetings, all of the traders who are currently tuned in to our weekly review. We are on the Audusd chart, and we're here to just continue with our analysis, and our confidence is that we understand the trading laws. With the demand chart, this chart is helping us identify the key points and key areas where the institutional buyers place their concurrent orders. Us saying the institutional buyers, we're meaning the central bank of Audi, which is the base of this instrument. The supply chart will show us where the institutional buyers, them being the Federal Reserve Bank of the USA, will be placing their concurrent orders. And we've been having this chart for the last 4 years without altering any level. And at the time where the price is right now, you can see it's already being respected. Because after NFP, which the price was the weekly candle, as you can see the red, the price action closed inside the demand level 0.61443. The next week, price opened and the buyers made an entry into price. They took their profits. They took the profits at the proximal line of the proximal line of the demand zone, which is 0.62461. And after they took profits, the price came down, closed at 0.61314. The next week, which is last week, you can see buyers made another entry into the price action, and price went higher, closing just into the next pivot zone. To observe is the demand zone was used to place more entries, and because we had closed the previous buy order here after price had taken profits, we could identify where the demand zone at the next level. And if we go to the daily time frame, you can see we just a slow inch. Yeah, if we go to the daily time frame, you can see the price action that's happening. Talking about last week, this was Friday. Price closed just around the demand level, and the next week the buyers pushed in and took profits just on Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, price closed below after buyers had taken profits on Wednesday and on Thursday. Guys, this is it. This is it. The precision and the accuracy is less of miss. And it was not this, but the previous time and the previous time, buyers took profits inside their demand zone. And when they take profits in the demand zone, price can fall back. But when it falls, it doesn't mean that buyers are out. The next time on Monday, during the swearing in of the new president, you can see the market reaction was very bullish. And we had some current orders, but when the week closed, you can see there's a buy order at the Decipher line, because on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it didn't come back into the proximal line. But if it could have come down again, it could have opened the buy limit that was present at 0.62461. And when the price opened at the proximal line, we expected it to go into the next level, which is 0.63058, and maybe they could take the price into the next level. So on our demand account, we're going to anticipate our trading. We're going to anticipate our trading area to be from here into this next demand zone. And to say that will be around 2,700 points. On trading with one standard lot, that's about $2,700 worth of trade. And not to say the last week was a very crucial entry here. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, but our trading time frame is on the daily time frame, not the 4-hour. The 4-hour is just for observation. You can see price on Monday. It was here on Monday, which was on 13th. Okay, sorry to say, which was on 20th. Let me just be certain, but yeah, on 20th. Price went higher above the demand zone. It came down and opened, and the buyers made an entry at the lower time frame demand zone. And price came back, retested, and you can see that was the very right entry of the buyers back into price. And they consumed the existing sell orders after 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours of selling. They consumed it in one session. And when price came down, you can see we had a very precise buy limit order on the level. And price pierced up, came back again on the demand level, and we had our last order buying it. And the price closed above it at 0.63148. And just for you to study, let us know, don't you think this was the precise, accurate institutional order of the buyers? If you had this chart, how could you have traded? How could it have made it better for you compared to other traders existing? We're just going to maximize this onto the daily time frame only, so that we can go back to the 4-hour time frame and observe the price action from that week. Yeah, the coming week we have the Fed interest rates, and again, you might need to know what's going to happen, and that's why you need to be part of us, and that's why you need to at least be one of us for us to share the knowledge and the insights and the reviews and the price action that's happening. Yeah, the next thing we're going to switch to the supply chart, and the supply chart being here on the daily time frame, we trade on the weekly time frame. So one quite interesting thing is that we had our very long orders. For those who are coming in right now, we had our long orders on the Q3 of 2024, which took us from this base, which is our supply level 0.69454, which we sunk through the supply zone and outside into the next supply zone. And the most intriguing part is that the sellers didn't close inside the supply zone, but the buyers were so fast enough to buy back before the sellers could take profit, and we can spot them on this level during NFP 0.614. So we had another chance to know where the buyers are going to make entry before the sellers could take out their profit. Most of you analyze the market in one way, but we're going to break down your pillar of understanding for you to understand that there are two participants in the market: the demand and the supply. The demand being the Audi, the supply being the USD. We know where these people are going to make entry. And quite unfortunate, because you can see the sellers, they have their zone. They don't have a sell entry at the current price level. And it's a very fury, because the next supply level will be at 0.6456, which the main supply zone is around here. So this is our first entry. This one will be our first entry, and this next one here will be our second entry. There we just draw it out and overlay it on the market, on the chart. Yeah. So if sellers fail to make an entry on the first supply zone, we're going to place our second entry just above the main time frame, which is 0.65976 and 0.66423. That's how easy it is, or it should be, for you to make a decision on trading, because we don't have any supply level. we're going to try and make sure that we sell on those concurrent supply orders. We're going to share this analysis before and after in regard to how the market will play out. So you better be tuned, and you better be subscribed to our trading room so that we might trade together and we might make better decisions together. Yeah, because our resources should supposed to take us and help us grow into the vision we have in our mind. Yeah. So our buy orders, you can see they were well executed. And if we go to the lower time frame supply level, we had a supply level at 0.6925. And as you can see, it had provided a good entry. And again, it had provided a good entry into the 4-hour time frame. So many couple of hours of selling, but buyers were too overpowered. And the most interesting thing is that price closed on a supply level at the crescent. Price closed at our level at the crescent. And guys, how interesting is this? How interesting is this? If not for understanding of the supply. So if sellers have a chance, they have their last chance. They have their last chance, because if they allow price to cross above, I don't think they have enough orders to allow buyers to push them into the next supply level. So they have another chance at the crescent, at the 2 crescent, and the weekly candle closed at the crescent. So it's a battle. And I think this is a liquidity grab the coming week, because we have the Fed interest rates being announced on Wednesday 29th. So this is a very good liquid for the sellers to take on head on. Yeah. Stay tuned. You can subscribe to our community. We charge a very minimal fee of $40 for 8 weeks. Yeah, but our value is more than that. We are giving you just an access into our exclusive trading room. For 8 weeks, you just pay $40 and we help you make a better decisions and a refined decision, more than you used to. You can communicate, you can consult us, and you can just reach out on our official number and we'll be willing to serve you. Yeah, for now, that's it. Stay blessed, stay watchful, and make sure that you escape the traps of the enemies and you protect your equity. Cheers, and have a good, lovely week ahead. Our weekly analysis wouldn't end without analysis of the fundamentals. And this week, starting on the 27th, we're going to look for some fundamentals as aligning. And on tomorrow, we have a holiday of the Australia, so we expect less volatility. We expect less orders from the Australia side. And on Monday, maybe the new home sales at 18 hours, and no major news on Monday. So Tuesday, Audi resumes with a release on the NAB, business confidence, durable goods from the USD. Another high impact news will be the durable goods orders. Nothing much from them, but the most crazy day of that week, or this coming week, will be on Wednesday. On Wednesday, you better watch out, because Australia will be releasing their CPI from the Q4, and we expect it to remain constant. The inflation rate, we expect it to reduce for Q4. We expect the inflation rate QQ to increase. The monthly CPI indicator too will be released, and the consensus is 2.5%. The RBA weighted median CPI is depicted to reduce to 0.6, and the weighted median CPI predicted to reduce to 3.5. The main the trimmed mean CPI is predicted to reduce. So guys, there is going to be a good sell position on that news. If they go well as planned, they're going to be a good sell on Audusd. And the RBA trimmed mean CPI supposed to reduce to 3.3 from the previous 3.5. So that same day, we have the Fed releasing their interest rates letter of the day. And that's a crazy release. So despite the many releases previously in the Asian session, the New York session is supposed to come with interest rates revision decision. So you better watch out for Wednesday, this coming week. On Thursday, no much impact from the RBA except the speech from Jones and Bulletin. And from the USD New York session, we expect releases of the growth rate, the initial jobless claims and the continuous jobless claims, and the 4 weeks average of the jobless claims. Nothing much on Thursday. On the last day of the trading week, the Audi to have their releases on the PPI, the housing credit, the private sector credit, the PPI too, and that's it from the Asian. New York session comes in with news about the personal income, which is supposed to increase according to the consensus to 0.4. The employment cost, the PCE, the personal spending, the core CPE, the core PCE, and the price index YOI, which is supposed to boost the USD according to the sentiments there. And that's it for the coming week. So you better be watchful of Wednesday so that they don't take out your money. You know, Wednesdays are the middle of the week. They'll find you asleep. So you better be watched out. You can join our trading channel and we'll be there to carefully alert you of any changes into the price action. Thank you.